Good day to you, Willard Shepard Law and Media, and on the Miami Community News Network. In the Know, we're honored today to have with us one of our community leaders and one of our legal leaders and legal scholars in Miami-Dade and Broward County, across South Florida, the president of the TJ Reddick Bar Association, Sherea Randle, Esquire.
Hello.
Professor.
Yes.
Nova Southeastern University as well. So first of all, thank you for being with us. We are here on site in the Know at the Florida Bar Convention in Orlando, and throughout the course of this week, attorneys from across the state are gaining knowledge to be able to help clients and help clients of a diverse population. And first of all, tell us about the TJ Reddick Bar Association and its mission.
Yes, so the TJ Reddick Bar Association is the Black Bar Association that was established in Broward County, Florida. We were established because at one point in time, there were not any opportunities for African American attorneys. We did not have the opportunity to get judicial appointments, did not have the opportunity for court appointments and things like that. So a group of social engineers came together and they established the TJ Reddick Bar Association in order to have opportunities for Black attorneys. And it was named after Judge Reddick, who was the first Black judge appointed to the circuit court bench.
Amazing. Now, in your time, one of your primary missions is making sure that we not only have diversity across the bar, but diversity in terms of service to our community and the real mission. Talk about that.
Yes. So we've done a lot of things service-wise within the community. One of the events that I really enjoyed this particular year was our estate planning workshop that we did. This particular workshop provided our community members with the opportunity to learn more about estate planning, probate, and things like that, because as you know, our community do not have access a lot of times or cannot afford the opportunity to meet with attorneys in order to get a will drafted and things like that. And our estates usually go without being probated. So this particular event that we did, which was in April, held at Mount Olive Baptist Church in Fort Lauderdale, we provided living wills to every attendee that was there. And that was definitely something that was a highlight, one of the highlights of our year.
Tell me about your journey after becoming an attorney and going and working in these areas, which I want to personally thank you for, and with underserved communities, children, our guardian ad litem programs. You've seen a lot with your own eyes.
I have. And my journey actually started before law school. I was a high school band director at Miami Carroll City Senior High School.
Okay, what's your instrument?
Well, instruments actually.
Oh, excuse me, counselor.
I played the flute, piccolo, oboe, and the alto saxophone.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You go with your bad self.
Thank you very much. And I was actually the first female band director, Black female band director in Miami Carroll City's history. And this was a highlight of my career. I was very young at the time, straight out of undergrad, and I received this position. And several of my students were either in homeless or going through the juvenile justice system, and it was band that saved their life. I really loved the passion. I love the diligence that the students had when they had the opportunity to see beyond the four corners of their small community. And it was that experience that led me to going into juvenile law as my practice area. I started working with the Department of Children and Families in law school, and now seeing that there were so many children that were being removed from their home, and I had a few students that were a part of the DCF system, seeing that there were so many children that were being removed from their homes, or they did not have someone on the state side that was really fighting for them. I felt like it was my duty to be on the state side in order to provide those opportunities for our families.
And to that point, how difficult is it to make sure that people in those circumstances are adequately represented? And I always have a concern that people in those circumstances just unfortunately are afraid many times to seek legal assistance that will give them their due process rights and the other things that they have. And I presume that that's one of the number one focuses that you have in your mission now.
Absolutely. And It was very difficult for a lot of parents. They would start off being very combative, very confrontational with while they were in court, because they felt like no one understood them. They didn't understand their situation. They don't understand their circumstances. And that is one reason why it is so important. And one of the missions of the TJ Reddick Bar Association is to promote diversity on the bench, is to ensure and provide opportunities for minority attorneys and law students to help them through the law school legal profession, and provide them with the knowledge that they need so they can be advocates, and we can provide the diversity within the legal community. A lot of the parents felt like they were not being heard. They felt like no one understood their position. But I noticed, just in my position as an attorney working for the state, that while I was there, when they saw me on the other side and I had that opportunity to speak to the parents with their counsel present with them, their defense, all of the wall came down. And they opened up and they started to speak. They started to share, okay, here are my concerns, and I will share with them, well, this is how we can help you. And that was the most rewarding part of my career, seeing parents reunite with their children and stay out of the dependency system and not find themselves being their parental rights being terminated. So that was the best part.
What message do you have for our community in Broward County when people are in situations and they pretty much believe they can't afford to actually hire an attorney?
So many times people do believe they can't afford an attorney, and I would tell them, seek legal aid or go to some of the different bar associations that are available to you. We have the TJ Reddick Bar Association, you have the Caribbean Bar Association, the Haitian Lawyers Association. In Miami-Dade County, there's the Wilkie D. Ferguson Jr. Bar Association, and we also have the Gwen S. Cherry Black Women Lawyers Association.
And we just had the Broward Hispanic Bar.
And we have the Broward County Hispanic Bar Association. So several times we put on different clinics. A lot of times we work together. We co-sponsor events together in order to help the community, provide resources. We as attorneys, we have to do pro bono service at times. So there may be an attorney that's willing to help with whatever the situation they may be going through. You just never know. So before you say that all your cards, the hand that you were dealt is not going to allow you to win, don't give up just yet. Take the step, reach out to different people, see who can help you within the different bar associations, within the legal aid, and we may be able to help you down a path that will help save your life, your family's life, or things like that.
Okay, I'll ask you to put your professor hat on.
Okay.
And, we have talked about legal technology. We've seen how after the pandemic, more people participating, especially those in minority communities who have sometimes a fear about going to the courthouse, but things being able to be done remotely. And talk about how that's changing the opportunities for more people to participate in our system and being part of the system, which I think brings more fairness across the board.
Yes. Zoom was a gift for everyone, providing individuals, because a lot of times I would be in court and finding parents can't attend their court hearings because they don't have transportation or they don't have funds for public transportation. So having access to Zoom and having digital, those types of court hearings was godsend. Everyone has access to the court system. Everyone has the opportunity to be heard at this time. And technology, the way technology is advancing in today's society, we need to ensure now, going to the law students' perspective, we need to ensure that our students are properly equipped with the resources and the knowledge on how to use this technology to their advantage while working in the legal system.
We've had some conversations, and you've met Jason with Prevail now about how that can work and how a student taking a look at this AI technology is being taught to use it, but use it responsibly. Address that, please. Using it, so we definitely need to ensure that the students are learning how to properly use it. In speaking with Jason, I love the idea of the deposition program and how we can take depositions. We are able to get the transcripts more quickly. That will help the attorneys learn how, or be able to better prepare for court hearings quickly.
However, in using it responsibly, we have that, what is it called? The Chat GPT
Yes.
program. And we need to make sure that our students know how to write for themselves and not rely on technology to do all of the work for them. We have to understand we still have to be lawyers. We still have to read. We still have to review the statutes. We still have to conduct our research. But it is very important to, of course, use the resources, the technological advancements that we have today very responsibly. I'm sure you've heard of the case where they allowed AI to write an entire brief and they made up all of the case law. Students need to recognize that they have a professional responsibility, a professional duty to their clients. They need an ethical obligation to the court to provide the appropriate information and not make it up. So they still have to do their due diligence. They still have to learn how to be proper in the judicial system.
And for those of us practicing here in the state of Florida, the Supreme Court has been very directive about what you put your bar license number on a document that goes forward within our justice system and in our legal system is your responsibility to make sure that what's there is actually factually correct.
Yes.
And the proper research has been done concerning it, and saying, oh, well, that's what the AI told me is zero excuse.
Right.
And I will also just say, to add to that, I actually did some research on an AI platform today, and multiple times it gave me the incorrect answer.
Oh.
Which I knew was incorrect. And I said, this is not the right answer, 1,000%. And it gave me some other wrong answers. So you always have to be very, very, very careful, you know, in terms of using that. But it appears to me that this is the way of the future, that it's moving forward. We're not going to go back to the horse and buggy. Nobody's going to leave their vehicle, whether it's a piston vehicle, whether it's a hybrid vehicle or electric vehicle, to go back to a horse and buggy.
Absolutely.
And we do need to embrace this going forward.
Yes, we do. And I think if we were to take some of the technology and how to use it responsibly and incorporate that into the professional responsibility courses for law students, incorporate the use of technology into the practicing with professionalism courses that the attorneys have to take for our continuous CLE credits, it will help to teach attorneys, young attorneys, newly admitted the law students, on how to properly learn how to use technology to your advantage to help be more efficient, but also using it responsibly to still check the work and make sure you're not putting your bar license at risk.
Okay. For residents in Broward County and beyond in South Florida, if they need assistance and they want to reach out to the TJ Reddick Bar Association, please let us know how to do that.
Absolutely. So our general email address is tjreddickbar@gmail.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.tjreddickbar.com.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for being with us. I'm going to keep harassing her because she needs a bodyguard.
I do.
Yeah, she does need a bodyguard. She's extremely popular, and she needs to make sure that she is protected at all times. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Madam President, thank you very much for being with us on In the Know. And always know that the TJ Reddick Bar Association, beyond its historical context, is working in our community today in South Florida to do the very best to make sure that all people of all backgrounds, when they need legal assistance, they can find it. We'll see you next time on In the Know.